even in ashram, we feel this is separate. That is why our norms are different. Whether we are in the ashram or whether we are at home, when we do Ram Nam, when we go to the puja room or here in the shrine or in the Samadhi Mandir, when we attend to certain programs, we consider it as a part of our sadhana. Rest of the time, in spite of our efforts, we still see it as separate. So now we are praying to him that you should make me aware that everything is my sadhana. Everything that I do right from morning till evening, I should not put a label to certain things as sadhana and certain things as vyavahar. When we keep on praying intensely, one more truth gets revealed. That God has given us this daily life only to test what we are trying to understand during the labeled activities like sadhana. Is that clear? Everybody is in inward journey. Please come back. Is that clear? When we are involved in Ram Nam, either at home or in the ashram, when we are involved in Satsang, when we are involved in reading scriptures or words of wisdom by masters, when we attend bhajan, arati, we think it is all part of our sadhana. During the other time, we don't treat it as sadhana. There, our norms are starting from the me and mine. Whereas during our sadhana, for example, Ram Nam, we are trying to hammer to ourselves that we are chanting the name of one who is within me, who is making me to chant. If I am trying to understand that he is making me to chant, is he available only during the chanting period? Nobody is answering. He's telling. I heard. We must pray, we have not trained our mind. So we have to train our mind. When Puja Swamiji said, when you are a sadhaka for 24 hours, we could not understand. Because none of us will be able to chant throughout. None of us will be able to involve ourselves in activities which we have labeled as sadhana. Everybody has got family, profession, society. Even in ashram, we name it a seva. we name it as, personal work. So there is a divide. And that could be the reason why we feel we are not progressing. That means the me and mine is intact. Whereas the sadhana should enable us to erase the me and mine. So let us try to hear what Swami Chidananji Maharaj says on this. Daily life is an opportunity provided for us to exercise the spiritual dimension gained during our inner studies, reflection, japa, meditation. Whatever I do under the banner of this inner studies, inward journey, reflection, manana, japa, meditation, and whatever. All these things are to be tested, These are all the theories. How do I know that it is possible for me to do that? So just to hear this word. Papa said, you are chanting the name of one who is within you, who is making you to chant. If I try to experience that he is making me to chant, suddenly the revelation will come. If he is making me to chant, he is making me to see. He is making me to hear. He is making me to talk. He is making me to think. So it is for that purpose the labeled sadhanas are undertaken by us. We have labeled it. Daily life is an opportunity provided for us to exercise the spiritual dimensions gained during our inner studies, reflection, japa, meditation. It is the testing ground, so that each day our progress is really ours. We have made it our own by having tested it, proven it, possessed it. Until it has been tested and proven, it is not our own. It does not become part of us. That is why we are unable to move forward. I am chanting the name of one, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. I am chanting the name of one who is within me, who is making me to chant. This is a statement, probably an exercise. I am chanting, I am trying to remind myself that this chanting is, I am not doing the chanting, he is making me to chant. Achha, how do I know that it has gone deep within me? So the moment I open and involve in activities, whenever I think, talk and do, is it slowly becoming clear that he is making me to think, he is making me to act, he is making me to talk. And then when somebody does it, next stage is we are stretching to that. At the moment, what is being, we do chanting, we say we enjoyed that session, and immediately after that, that is forgotten. It is kept as a separate activity. So here we are reminded by the masters, daily life is an opportunity provided for us to exercise the spiritual dimensions gained during our inner studies, reflection, japa, meditation, and whatnot, whatever we name it as sadhana. It is the testing ground. Which is the testing ground? Field. Daily life is the testing ground, so that each day our progress is really ours. We have made it our own by having tested it, proven it, possessed it. Until it has been tested and proven, it is not our own. We are borrowing the words of Papa, we are repeating the words of Papa. If it has to become mine, I must test it and prove it. Every spiritual step forward becomes assimilated into your nature when it is thus exercised. That means when we read Papa's books, when we hear anything, we are trying to immediately connect it to our daily life. God has facilitated for me to hear this, including now. I keep on hammering this. Don't think that you are talking. He is making us to talk. He is making us to hear. He is making us to open the laptop. Every spiritual step forward becomes assimilated into your nature when it is thus exercised. Thus means what? That means we are trying to understand that daily life is an opportunity for us to test what has been assimilated by our spiritual, through our spiritual exercises, labeled. That which is exercised actively becomes firmly grounded, permanently, truly your own. Thus, there is indispensable connection between your daily sadhana and your daily life. Sit down. You can take this. That which is exercised actively becomes firmly grounded. That means the moment the session is over, we are not disconnected with the theme. Firmly grounded, permanently and truly your own. Thus, there is indispensable connection between your daily life and your daily sadhana. This is a very important aspect. In spite of our doing Ramnam, in spite of our moving closely with evolved souls, in spite of recording in our mind so many things from the Shastras, why is it that we are not moving toward the goal? Because the goal is every day coming before us. The moment we understand it, we leave it unknowingly. The goal is forgotten in the daily life. That is why that beautiful word. There is indispensable connection between your daily sadhana and your daily life. So the next moment, what I utter, what I think, what I do, the moment it comes down from the individual level, I must warn myself, hey, you are again going back to your previous one. You heard so much in here. You did so much of Ramnam, and you feel that you have understood many of Papa's teachings. Like, think in terms of universal, talk in terms of universal, do in terms of universal, and never in terms of individual. This we have heard. Okay. The moment we go out, when we react to events and individuals, that is the testing ground. Are we viewing it from our individual? We are viewing. That is the blunt truth. So this aspect today, Papa is bringing us this aspect, daily life and daily sadhana, so that the sadhana after some time, proportionate to his grace and our intensity, the divide between sadhana and daily life is demolished. And the moment we get up till we retire to bed, it is sadhana. Which is what Puja Swamiji used to say, a sadhaka has to be a sadhaka for 24 hours. We did not understand. We thought, no, we have to chant throughout 24 or we have to do some labeled spiritual. No. We are a sadhaka for 24 hours means we are trying to dwell upon this universal aspect. Individual life is a part and parcel of universal life. Individual life owes its origin, owes its base, owes its substratum to the universal life. I as an individual exist because of the air that is universal. I as an individual exist because of the space which is universal. I as an individual exist because of the earth which is universal. I as an individual exist because of the sun who is universal. I eat vegetables, fruits, pulses which are available for everybody, that means universal. Any creature comfort which makes my life comfortable, it has come from somewhere, it is universal, used to by everybody. So this being the outer truth, anything. When I wear my shirt or dhoti or what do you call it? Sari, I should know that we don't know the person who was prompted to bring out this into the earth, the first person to discover, invent, and innovate. He did not specify the beneficiary. So it stuck to him, he made it, gave it to others. We don't know in which country, who did it. So we are living in universal, which we are not aware. But we are thinking in terms of individual. That is our usual life. So now, having brought us within the wings of a spiritual master, in our case, Papa, he keeps on hammering this into our brain. Think in terms of universal, not in terms of individual. Do in terms of universal, not in terms of individual. Talk in terms of universal, not in terms of individual. When this becomes a reality, then the daily life and daily sadhana becomes one. Until such time the divide is there, the progress will not be there. Every spiritual step forward becomes assimilated into your nature when it is thus exercised. That which is exercised actively becomes firmly grounded, permanently and truly your own. Thus there is indispensable connection between your daily life and your daily sadhana. It is in this context of daily life that you are able to actively exercise and test your spiritual progress. Somebody, for no fault of us, blames us. When we react it from the individual level, our rights and wrongs comes out. and then therefore we shout, we flare. Even if that is not possible, mentally also we make all these things. Ultimate result is we are disturbed, peace is disturbed. Whereas in our sadhana, we are trying to understand, no. Oh, suddenly this goes. Okay, okay. Suddenly this goes. I don't know why. Suddenly it went off the line. I don't know at what time. Anyway, are you clear? Daily life and daily sadhana. We are not blaming anybody for this, because even when we come to the ashram, we have got 9 to 9:30 our session, 9:30 to 10 o'clock their session, this particular program, that particular program. Unknowingly we are conditioning ourselves of this program, but we hardly have brought into our notice that all these things we are attending only to come out of the me and mine. We are attending the program and it gives us some joy, but we are attending the program mainly to connect it to my daily life, and daily life is the testing ground. So immediately after we come back, somebody does something and blames us. We immediately retort. What happened to our sadhana? It is in this context of daily life that you are able to actively exercise and test your spiritual progress. It is in the context of your daily sadhana that day by day the quality of your daily life is enhanced, enriched. It becomes further elevated to progressively ever higher dimensions of culture, refinement, and a transformed spiritual nature. That means when I keep on realizing that the daily life is a testing ground given to me to make me aware that what has been assimilated through the sadhana stays there. That is the base. Not the me and mine way is the base. Our universal prayer, for example. Let whatever I do be a fitting offering at thy holy feet. Every day we say that, no? Is it not? This is our daily sadhana. Whatever I do, be a fitting offering at your holy feet. To whom we are telling? To our Guru. And then when we come out, and when somebody says something, we immediately react. Where does it go together? Think. Again it went.
I'll put this there instead. Should I connect your Bluetooth with this? Bluetooth device. Add the device. Blockers. Connect.
Wait.
With this Bluetooth?
This not necessary.
Not necessary? Okay.
One plus this one.
Okay. It's one plus now.
Connect, okay. When somebody talks, it's easy to hear, that's all.
That's what.
Go back.
It's not that one. Nod is not
Go
one.
back.
Okay. Yeah. It's full. It's 100%.
So ultimately, this process, the daily enrichment of your outer life by the daily ascent of your spiritual inwardness, culminates in total divinization of your being and doing, your actions and reactions. It's a wonderful point, very wonderful. People who are involved in family life, professional life, social life, in ashram life, in individual life, to everybody, this is a reminder for us. Daily life and daily sadhana. So when we are prompted to say we are going to have Ramnam session, nice. But at the same time, there should be something by which we are reminded that my Ramnam session or my Satsang session or my Bhajan session or my Swadhyaya session should enable me to stretch out during the non-chanting time, non-bhajan time, non-satsang time. It should not immediately come to a stop, as if the curtain is drawn.
Swamiji, I'll connect this to this so that when somebody speaks, Swamiji doesn't have trouble in hearing. I'll connect this to this so that Swamiji doesn't have trouble in hearing when somebody talks. Not necessary.
You can close this. Which one? This one. That will be okay now.
Then I'll switch on this one.
Alexia.
Not Galaxy. This should be the boss.
What is this called?
Boss.
Connected here.
Huh?
No,
What is this called? What is this
It's
called?
boss. Bose or something. Bose.
Huh?
BOSE. Bose.
Not seen it all. Bose, huh? Ellie Bose.
Correct. That's the one. That doesn't have Bose. It's connected but not connecting. Some other device is connected to it.
Oh, forget about it now.
Forget about it.
Very disturbed. It's a serious subject.
Battery 30%.
So how do you tell us? People who are here also can tell us whether these words convey something to us, at least from now onwards. What does it mean? In our own words. Can you hear? Can you hear?
Yes.
Then why are you keeping quiet? What does this mean?
Swamiji, I understood it like this, that during my daily activity, I should be alert and be in tune with the principle of that I am a sadhaka.
Yeah, okay.
That's right.
One way, yeah. I am a sadhaka. All my thoughts, words and deeds should be on that line. I fail, I forget, please help me. No? Due to our habituation, it is not one easy morning. Just because we heard, we will not be able to do it. There will be a constant struggle in our mind because we have been dealing with on two platforms. The moment we take to go to the puja room or to the ashram here or to the samadhi mandir here, our attitude is different. The moment we come out of it, our attitude is different. In people who are working there, as soon as they come out of the puja room and get dressed and go to the office, they become the usual self. If you are involved in household management, cooking, there also it is different. Suppose the person who assists you comes late, you will immediately shout. Whereas during your sadhana, you are trying to understand that he is there in everybody. Nobody is irrelevant, nobody is unimportant, nobody is insignificant. We should handle everything with a touch of love, touch of perfection, touch of dedication, touch of gratitude. All these things we repeated during our labeled sadhana time. And the moment it is stopped, when we come out, when we interact, our old norms come and take possession of us. It is our habit. Just because we heard this, we are not going to. So now we say, oh, I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have thought like that. I shouldn't have uttered like that. I shouldn't have done like that. Then I correct myself. I try to correct myself. And this is an ongoing process. Because over so many years, we have trained our mind on a different platform, on a different norms. We are very clear about our rights and wrongs. We are very clear about our likes and dislikes. So we react based upon that. So today Papa chose to draw our attention to this particular aspect. Demolish the divide between sadhana and daily life. When I gave you life, when I gave you the sense of individuality, when I facilitated you with Mother Nature and society, when I have equipped you with everything, I knew this would happen. That is why through Mahatmas, through elevated souls, I am giving this piece of advice that do not separate your daily life from your daily sadhana. Just like when we were children, we were committing mistakes, we used to fail, but we used to definitely perseveringly take it up and then we master it. Similarly, just because this has not been told to us or we have not understood properly, all these days we have treated our sadhana as separate from our daily life. So it is very difficult for us to remember this throughout our waking state. But if we are qualifying or trying to label ourselves as spiritual aspirants or sadhaka, then we have no choice but to keep on trying perseveringly. No matter even if we fail 100 times a day. Yes, anybody else?
Slowly nowadays our attitude is changing, Swamiji. We are daily making our daily life as daily sadhana. We are trying to do that, Swamiji.
We are trying to do that. Okay. Then we should know it's a testing ground. Papa will not easily give us the marks.
Yes, yes.
He will definitely make us to get exhausted in the test. Any moment the test can come, which is not in our hand. Any moment. So we have to devise some method. Monday when we all meet, probably we will be able to present it. Sometime during 90s, I think we already shared, but everybody would have forgotten. When during the important occasions, when we request Puja Swamiji to give us a message, Swamiji immediately keeps on telling us, everything has been dealt with by Papa. What is there for us to say anything? Then we used to request that Papa has said, but everybody would like to hear it from your own mouth. So when we go there on the, say, Papa's Sannyas days, Papa's Jayanti day, Samadhi day, Swamiji in those days, used to write and we used to type it out and give a copy and he will read it out. We will, because we are typing it out, we also immediately type it out in the vision, bring it out in the vision. If you go through the early 90s, you will find all these have been immediately, it will be included in the vision. One day when we were working in the office, the prompting came. Why not we now try to bring out the points that touched and kindled? He would not have said that point. But what he wanted to convey that point which has touched and kindled us, why not we bring it out? So we went back to on those days there was no computer. Everything has to be typed out. So we typed out the whole thing, brought it in one folder, and each subject again we go through now. It is already over, 90 to 93 or 94. And then we go through it. What does it touch and kindle? That point we make first. And when it was ready, we were joyous. It is coming into a shape. Suddenly the idea came, we will name it as points to ponder. So when we titled as points to ponder, I'm telling you why, every moment the test will come. A senior devotee who used to formerly give the go-ahead signal for English books, he immediately said, don't use the title. It is a title that appears in Reader's Digest. And he said, we will go through it again. Somehow we were not feeling comfortable. We did not react. At that time, another devotee who is here now, who used to come regularly, taking leave from this profession, suddenly he came to our place and asked, what are you on? Then we explained to him everything. He said, you give me all those. And he took it to his place. He was well versed with the digital and he immediately keyed everything, did the DTP, printed 1,000 copies, brought it to us. Even in the process of making this book, this was there. It's all right. From his standpoint, he is right. But we thought this would be okay. It is a points to ponder. So that book came, it was distributed. Later on, it was revised. It goes on. But 15 days back, somehow, that one old copy we were able to get. And in which, before every message, before every day's program, before every talk of Puja Swamiji, this point will be there. Easy for us to remember. We may not be able to remember what he told. So we took it out. And then when we started typing out, in keying it out in the computer, so many dimensions came. What are we doing? Our masters have been giving to us 35 years back. Still what? We were only typing, we were only reproducing. We were only bringing it out in the book form. We were satisfied. Hey, what happened to your sadhana? I prompted you to do it only to make it effective in your daily life and to combine the daily life and daily sadhana. You treated it as an activity, but at the same time, you have not again combined this as a part of your sadhana. That was the instrumental cause for bringing out this subject today. We are still working it out. Day after tomorrow, we hope, Monday, we will try to bring it out. It is an ongoing process. Immediately after the Nama chanting or Satsang or whatever we call it as sadhana, we are back again to our usual common run of life. There, are we in a position to integrate? Are we in a position to blend it, stitch it, stretch it? So then, these words were coming. We have put it in PPT form. Ultimately, of course, this process, this daily enrichment of your outer life by the daily ascent of your spiritual inwardness culminates in a total divinization of your being and doing, your actions and reactions. Right from the tiniest to the grossest, All of us will now devise a method. If we start reading it every day, it becomes ritual. We have seen the case of prayer, all those things, No dent, deep dent. So each one has to devise some method which is okay for that person. You suggest all of us can do that. How to bring this point, that is daily life and daily sadhana. There is no divide. Somebody in a lighter vein said many decades back, when these were all, when we were inspired to put it in PPT and all those things, we can have a small paper written, daily life, daily sadhana. So as soon as we talk to somebody, take it out. Daily life, daily sadhana. Oh, I forgot. Then involved in so many activities. Again, take it out. Daily life, daily sadhana. Something that nobody need know. But we devise some method by which this point is hammered into our mind. Because this is crucial for all of us. When He has made us to know that our ultimate aim is to become one with Him, so that we will be able to lead a harmonious life at home, with friends, at office, or with our workplace. Everywhere this harmony gets disturbed when the me and mine dominates. Puja Swamiji says, feel all others you see are greater than what you are. Never assert yourself and boss over others. These are his own words. And these words, as we all know, those who have been associating with him when he was in body, 100% he lived up to it. So it is not a theory. Feel all others you see are greater than what you are. Never assert yourself and boss over others. We also now remember, we shared in Rishikesh also, when we went to Vinobaji's ashram in Pavanar, near Nagpur. We were there for 2-3 days. Everything is going on silently. So on the third day or second day, we asked the elderly person who was also there during Vinobaji's time, do you have an organization here, a trust or something? Yes. There is an establishment, yes. So who is the head? Normally we should know, somebody will be the head. So Ranjit Bhai said, one lady, about 30-35 years old, she was very active. We have seen her active like anybody. So he said, she is the managing trustee. Immediately she came back to me and said, I am not the managing trustee. They want me to sign. They told me that somebody should sign on certain statutory documents. And I was asked to sign, I signed. There is no managing trustee here. I was stunned. When we read this, feel all others you see are greater than what you are. Never assert yourself and boss over others. These words Puja Swamiji wrote before he dropped the body, before he fell seriously sick. That was in 2003. He wrote a letter which was kept. He showed us and we had kept it inside. He said, after I drop the body, you can make it public. So then we took it out and then read it, then brought out a small book, brought out the whole thing in, if we remember right, November 2008 vision. Sorry, December 2008 vision. So many suggestions by him. In that it comes this. We are trying to compile all these things now and put it in one form. And we will devise some method, we may not be able to remember. I could now get up to 33 points. 33 points nobody will be able to remember. So we have to keep on now devising ways and means how to remember. If we remember one, the other one when we read, we will be able to better understand. So every day in our sadhana, every day in our daily life, just like we brush our teeth or something like that, all of us can try to go through one out of this. Ponder over it. Daily life and daily sadhana. Daily life and daily sadhana. How do I conduct the marriage of these three? At the moment it is not. It is alag. Unknowingly. Not that knowingly we want to commit anything. Unknowingly it has come to stay with us. However much we try, we have not been able to connect this up. That is why even in spite of staying in ashram for so many decades, we would not have been able to set he says, be a model. Be a model to others to show what a devotee of Virat Papa should be. Be a model. We have been here for 3-4 decades now. Are we a model? The Sthita Prajna attitude, that all-loving, all-enveloping, reconciling with every situation, freeing ourselves from prejudices, fixed notions. Be a model to others. Immediately when we come out, now also, today also you may see that. We have heard this, he will give us a testing experience. We will lose the balance. We will react from our individual plane. Immediately we should know now, at least we have heard. Then we can correct, rather than justifying it. So once again we will go through the words of Chidananji. Daily life is an opportunity provided for us to exercise the spiritual dimensions gained during our inner studies, reflection, japa and meditation. Whatever we do under the banner of sadhana has to be tested, so daily life is an opportunity provided. It is the testing ground. Daily life is the testing ground. So that each day our progress is really ours. Intellectually equipping, no, it will not help us. So that each day our progress is really ours. We have made it our own by having tested it, proven it, possessed it. Until it has been tested and proven, it is not our own. It does not one pack. We can only say, Swamiji said, Papa said, Mataji said, Ramana Bhagavan said, Vinobaji said, Gandhiji said, that's all. It does not become ours. Every spiritual step forward becomes assimilated into your nature when it is thus exercised. That is, when I read something, all these points, for example, I read one point, go out, watch myself, whether I am working within that parameter or forgetting it. So every spiritual step forward becomes assimilated into your nature when it is thus exercised. Whether I'm trying to remember that, somebody does something, what is my reaction? That which is exercised actively becomes firmly grounded, permanently, truly your own. Thus, there is indispensable connection between your daily sadhana and your daily life. It is in the context of daily life that you are able to actively exercise and test your spiritual progress. Not by a certificate by anybody. Others out of love may say so many things. We are carried away by that. Oh, your presentation was good, this and that. No. Ashram life is very nice. It is to test my spiritual progress. It is in the context of your daily sadhana that day by day the quality of your daily life is enhanced and enriched. Daily sadhana to improve my quality of life. That means expansive, becoming expansive, accommodating, tolerating, still loving. It becomes further elevated to progressively ever higher dimensions of culture, refinement, and a transformed spiritual nature. Sadhana to improve our quality, daily life to test and make it our own. This is how the process of refinement takes place, purification takes place. Ultimately, of course, this process, the daily enrichment of your outer life by the daily ascent of your spiritual inwardness, sadhana, culminates in total divinization of your being and doing, your actions and reactions. It should be reflected in my thought, word and deed. How do I act and how do I react? Ultimately, of course, this process of harmonizing, integrating, combining sadhana and daily life culminates in a total divinization of your being and doing, your actions and reactions. May we thus see the unified nature of our inner and outer life and not see them as two separated, mutually exclusive, and opposed aspects. Daily sadhana and daily life are considered separate. May we thus see this unified nature of our inner and outer life and not see them as two separated, mutually exclusive, and opposed aspects. They are not two, they are one integrated and unified process of spiritual evolution. So that means if I want to evolve spiritually, these two must be there. Combining daily life and daily sadhana. These are all very important points. Very important points. Kindly think about it more and more. Daily life, daily sadhana. Next week we hope to bring out something and we will send it to you through email. Each one can try in their own way. Because this is the ultimate. We have been doing it, this sadhana, for so many years. We should be moving toward the ultimate goal. We cannot just take it as a daily affair. No. I want that progress. I want to combine this. All my sadhana should enable me to come out of my me and mine. Toils of individualism, no? Prisoner of my own conditionings. I must come out of it. Then only all the sadhana that I am doing, that will have its own fruits. Kindly think about it deeply. When we meet Monday, we will try to dwell upon this aspect. Every day, sometime we will use it for that, because this is the crux. This is what is needed. All else God has facilitated and we have been able to do it. Even in our daily life, probably to some extent we would have been able to bring all these points. But now we are putting the litmus test. Are we experiencing peace and harmony inside? Don't worry about what others say. Others, out of their love, may say so many things about us. But am I? Suddenly I lose my temper, I shout. Unknowingly, I try to not only disturb others, I shake there also. In between, it will have a cascading effect. It will not stop with me. It is something like a top. When you leave it, it will not stop the moment you leave it. It has its own run. Then only it will stop. Similarly, the moment I react, it will have a cascading effect, disturbing so many, not only making ourselves miserable, but distributing the same tendency in so many minds. This is what we are doing, not knowingly, unknowingly. So today Papa chose to remind us this salient aspect of not dividing sadhana and our daily life. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai